Drehe ein Myncraft-Video komplett auf Englisch. Well, I suppose that's a challenge. Da habt ihr es. Myncraft auf Englisch. Hello guys and welcome back to another episode on the Myncraft server. It's episode 33 and today we got plenty of things to do, but first of all, let me introduce you to my new friend. It's Ari, the dog. Yeah, look at him. He's sitting here very calmly on the couch. And do you have something to say for the viewers? No, I don't suppose so. Okay, so I brought Ari here from the old base. As you might know, he sat on a piece of carpet in my old bedroom, but this is my new bedroom, so he moved together with all my items, and yeah. But as I have already mentioned, this wonderful dog right there is not the main part of this episode. No, we got plenty of things to do. And one of these things will be located inside this room. This room, I've dug it out with a little bit of help by Jasmine, and when I say a little bit of help, I mean that she dug out the room, and we did a little bit of a deal, but that's not very important. So this room has a very certain size. I think it is 11 blocks wide and 17 blocks long. I think that's correct, if I'm not mistaken. And in this room, we're going to build our super smelter. Yes, we will have a 16 furnace array super smelter inside this room, and the sizes should match the super smelter. So yeah, I think that will be pretty cool. And the super smelter will take about 1 minute and 20 seconds to smelt up one stack of goods. So it's fast. It's not super fast, but it's fast enough for me and for my building. So this is what we're gonna do. But first of all, we need to gather up some materials, because yeah, look at my redstone chest. It's a big mess, and we definitely don't have enough hoppers for this project. So I will go into my test world and count all the items we need. I will put them inside this, maybe not this chest, but eventually. Wait a minute. Somebody has removed my item frames. Well, thankfully he gave me back the chests, but the item frames. Leather is very valuable on the server. Where are my item frames? Man, all these thieves on the server. It's horrible. And after I sorted that out, so this is the design for the super smelter that we are going to use. It's a pretty simple design. We have 16 furnaces in total, 8 on each side, and we have 4 minecarts with chests here on the end. And what we're basically going to do is that we put the fuel inside of this minecart and the items we're going to smelt. This minecart, the output chest is right here, and yeah, basically when I activate this lever, the minecarts are going to run over this hopper system and then deposit their items in the furnaces, and they're going to smelt, obviously. So this design requires a lot of hoppers and some rails, but I think that this design is actually pretty cheap. At least we don't need a lot of redstone. We need some blocks, and yeah, all it needs is 1 repeater and 10 pieces of redstone dust. That is pretty cheap. So as I said, I'm going to gather up the materials we need for this super smelter, and then I will be right back. Alright guys, so I've done the math, and actually all we need are 48 hoppers, 16 furnaces, 48 powered rails, 10 normal rails, 4 chests, 4 minecarts with chests, 8 redstone blocks, 1 repeater, and 10 pieces of redstone dust. And of course some building blocks. But that is it. It's pretty cheap. So I think I will get back on the server and gather up all these materials. Have I mentioned that hoppers cost tons upon tons of wood? No, seriously, the amount of wood that hoppers, or better chests, require is absolutely massive, especially if you like me don't have a good wood farm. So there we go, everything we need right inside this barrel. Alright, so what I also did is I gathered up some light gray concrete powder, and I think it's a pretty good idea to make use of that to build up a nice looking floor, because seriously, this is a mess right here. Alright guys, I have to admit that this is pretty satisfying. Seeing all this concrete powder turning into actual concrete. Oh, it's so good. Right, so the floor is ready. I've also built all the walls, and I've used some spruce planks here. Not really because I wanted to use spruce planks, but we have our storage system right behind this wall, so I kind of had to use spruce planks because otherwise our storage system would look like a complete nightmare, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, the room is ready to go. So in the next step we can start building our super smelter, and that of course requires some tactical chest placing. Right, so our chests are exactly here, and then what we need to do is to place down the hoppers. So let me see. I have a screenshot, and we have to go 1, 2, 3 blocks actually. Okay, only 3 blocks out. 1, 2, 3, and is that correct? Yeah, it seems correct. Okay, and on the other side also 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. The same on this side. So 1, 2, 3. All right, and then the next step is to place down all the furnaces. So right here, all the 16 furnaces, 8 on each side. So after placing the hoppers for the fuel, we are ready to place the hoppers on top of the furnaces. These are the hoppers where our items that we're going to smelt are going into, and then just place a block on this end and another 2 blocks. One is temporary. Alright, and then we go to the other side and do the same thing here. So placing 8 hoppers and 1 block, temporary one, and another block. Alright, so we are going to place rails all here on the back side, all over the hoppers. These rails are going down by 2 blocks, and then we will have a turn right here, and this turn will lead into this block here in the center. The same thing goes for the other side, so rails right here, and also here on top of the hoppers. And as you can see, the rails here in the back are not getting powered by the redstone blocks here, so what we are going to do is place some redstone blocks here on top of the rails. And that is it. The railing is all done, and in the next step we have to build a little bit of redstone here on the backside. So this is going to be the block where the lever is going to be. So 1 repeater, and then what we're going to do is place 5 redstone dust pieces right here, then 5 blocks on top, and another 5 pieces on these blocks, and the repeater should power the top redstone dust pieces and the bottom one as well. So if we get ourselves a lever, which I don't have, wait a second, hopefully I'll have some cobblestone right here, or a lever. That's even better. So let's place the lever down, and we should see that all the rails here are getting powered. So this is basically the whole super smelter system, all done, all complete. The only thing we have to do now is to get ourselves the minecarts and place them on the rails here, just like that. And here one, and the last one goes on this rail. So, and if I flick this lever, you should see that all the minecarts are rolling. Alright, so that is pretty much it. So the next step is going to be decorating. And by decorating, I mean that I will do it off camera because you really don't want to see it. But before I start decorating, we should give this whole system a good testing. So I've got a lot of iron ore. I went on a short mining session. Short one, of course, very short. So our items that we're going to smelt are going here, right there, and then we will have another 3.5 stacks of iron ore right here. And then I have 2 stacks of coal, so they're going just like that inside the minecarts, and let's see. And yes, all the iron is getting equally distributed. That's perfect. So by the way, this is a reason why we have to build another block with a rail on top right here, because otherwise the minecarts will not distribute an equal amount of iron in this hopper. But now with this block, this actually works, and yeah. It's looking good, so let's see. Of course we have to flick off this lever manually, but yeah, I think that's not the biggest problem. So, after the minecarts have... Let me see. Wait a second. 16. Alright. 8. Alright, that's all. So now we can flick this lever off, and we should see that all minecarts are empty. Yes, and we're getting a lot of iron already. 2 stacks. Just in this short time. That's great. This is the furnace system I wanted to build, and it's working. I couldn't be happier, guys. So, next step, decorating. I'll see you right back. No, that is not correct English. I will be right back. That's better. I have the feeling that in reality it will not be the best decision to build with wood right above a furnace array. But since we are on a Minecraft server where fire tick is off, we should be fine. And even if fire tick was on, we should be fine too. So no problem right here. But I really like the crackling sound of the furnaces. It does feel very calming. I think calming is the right word here. So let's strip them all and then let's decorate. And now look at this wonderful room right here. It is wonderful, isn't it? And the best thing, we got ourselves a lot of iron. And if I'm not mistaken, we actually have some coal left. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. So, this is all the iron we got, and as you can see, the room is fully lit up. This is because I have glowstone above these trapdoors, and they actually shine through the trapdoors, so we have a lot of light in this room. And we have some signs explaining the machinery. And I have to admit that this front section here is not completed yet, but I will get my head around this later. But for now, I will say that I'm pretty satisfied with the result. So, you might ask now, okay, you build a super smelter. That's great, but why did you build a super smelter? I mean, okay, technically, every good Minecraft base needs a super smelter like that, or at least some kind of a super smelter. But I have a special reason why I need this big smelter, and that is because we will need tons upon tons of glass for this massive bridge that is going to connect this tower with our big game arena right here. Just wait it, yeah, right here. All right, and I also think that we need a tons of glass for this arena, for the arena itself. So The sand farming is the one part which is quite annoying, but you know, if you have an efficiency 5 shovel, it is actually possible. But smelting every single piece of glass in a normal furnace, it's a nightmare. Let's be honest, it's a total nightmare. So this is the reason why I built the super smelter, and I think that in the nearest future we already are going to use the smelter. What is this mushroom cow doing in my old base? But anyway, I've gathered up some more spruce logs because we are going to need them in our base, and my inventory is again completely filling up. This is daily routine. But I must say that from this angle, our new base looks pretty cool. So I have to be honest, it does look like a big mess. Alright? So we got this tower with this giant mushroom just growing on the side, and then we got this tower with prismarine, which from the color does absolutely not fit in the base, but it has a reason why it is this color. And then we have this big stone bridge and all this wood stuff that we cannot see. It is a big mess, and I love it for being a big mess. I guess this is just me and my base. It's a very special relationship, you have to understand that. Here in the lands of the Purple Grove, it is always very calm at night, except when these phantoms come. Seriously, no mobs are spawning because it's a mushroom island, but these dudes are seriously very annoying. But I can't believe I really have the feeling that I slept the last 3 nights through, but apparently not. So I gathered up some brown mushroom blocks because we're going to need them for our ceiling design, as you can see right here. But first of all, I want to go to bed because these phantoms, man, they're super annoying. Alright, so I've built a little wall design right here, but we definitely need to get these mushroom blocks in place because otherwise it would look completely horrendous. Just like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So we definitely have to figure out something for this wall, and in regards to the floor, I think that we're going to stick with the wood plank design I've got right there. It does feel a little bit old, but it's the best I can come up with, so I came up with. This is what I wanted to say. So, alright, so I guess the next step is going to be filling up all this floor with wood, and then we should see that the base is coming together nice and cleanly. It's insane how fast you can run out of wood. This is another complete nightmare. Not only have I run out of oak wood again, but I also discovered that many of the saplings do not seem to be growing, and that is probably the case because my new base is a little bit too far away, so I'm not loading these chunks anymore. Which leads to some unsatisfying results. So I guess I have to build a new wood farm right next to my new base. Yeah, I think this is the way we have to go, otherwise we have to stand here and wait for all the saplings to grow, and this is actually not what I would like to do, because playing Minecraft efficiently is always a good way. And yeah, just sitting here and waiting and drinking tea, this is not efficient. Alright guys, and after what definitely felt like an hour, we are done. At least with this section of the base, our super smelter, and some of the other parts. And it is indeed very nice to see how the base is coming together, and yeah. I think that we made a good progress today. I'm very happy. So, if you enjoyed this episode, then don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and if you really liked it, then don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, this has been J28, and I hope you enjoyed this very interesting English episode, right? I think next episode is going to be German again, but you know, for the sake of Myncraft challenges, not Hermitcraft challenges, Myncraft challenges, this was an English episode today. But yeah, as I've already said, I hope you enjoyed it. So I'll see you in the next episode, and bye bye.